Hello and welcome to Kitten Up Kitten. My name is Sam and today I am doing a whip. So a whip is a work in progress and I'm working on Rock of Souls. I don't have, yes I do, sorry, ignore me. Rock of Souls is by Roberto, Nieto. It is from Diamond Art Club. It is a square drill canvas. It is 127 by 65 centimetres, so very long, narrowish. It's quite a big one. I'm currently doing this one for in my bedroom, so it will be going up. I did see that the lovely Cheryl has finished hers, so well done Cheryl. So I'm just gonna bear with me while I get started. I have quite a bit to talk about today. But I need to find the comments, which I will be getting to in a little bit. If you are brand new to my channel, please do. I'd really appreciate it if you took the time to like the video. It just really helps getting my videos out there. I'm lost for words. Getting my videos out there, getting them seen by other people that, like you, may enjoy the content. Also, if you haven't subscribed already, I know most of you are. I have, you know, it's literally like 11% of you that watch that aren't. But if you aren't, please consider subscribing. That way you're not going to miss my videos. There is the notification bell. If you click that, it will tell you when I upload videos. And of course, please feel free to comment. I always enjoy reading your comments. So I am going to find this little dot symbol here. So bear with me. What am I using today? I am using one of my polymer foam clay pens. This is quite an old one, which is why it looks quite shiny. I love this shape. And I love the polymer clay because it's a little bit softer on your hands. I do struggle. I had a really busy day yesterday. And I could barely move last night. My hands are quite sore today. I'll tell you all about that in a bit. But I just find that they're a little bit more comfortable to hold, and because they're a little bit shorter as well. So I have got a 10 placer and a single placer, both of which have double-sided taping. I am also using the pink XL tray, also by myself. Pens and trays are available on my Etsy shop. There is a link in the description box below. There's a link for everything in the description box below. There is a link for Diamond Art Club if you are brand new and you have never ordered from Diamond Art Club before. Using that link will not only give you a discount, but it will also help generate a little bit of commission for myself, because it tells Diamond Art Club that you've come from my video. The ultimate dream would be to be an unboxer for Diamond Art Club, to be a sneak peeker. Oh, that would be a dream. So anyway, that will help with that. If you have ordered before, however, please don't use it. It will not benefit you. There are bigger and better codes out there, so just bear that in mind. And if you haven't downloaded the app, do that, because downloading the app will give you 20% off. So there we go. There is also a link to buy me a coffee if you are wanting to help the channel in any way, shape or form. Funds from this channel go straight back into it. So it just means I can buy more products, to do more unboxings. You know, it's a small channel. It's not earning itself yet. But because of your guys' generosity and from you watching the videos, I was able to buy the last 2 paintings that I got with those funds, so it is very much appreciated. Boring stuff out of the way, I am now going to go for this apostrophe. They're not apostrophes, are they? It's because it's the wrong way round. The equal sign. That's what I meant. So how are you doing? Are you all okay? Spring has most definitely sprung. And I've got quite a lot to talk about. So last week, I had last week off work for holiday. So I stayed at home from Monday through to Thursday. I got all of the videos done for this week that has just gone so that you guys didn't miss out. And I planned very carefully what I was doing because me and Ashley were taking the caravan out for the first time this year. Just not too far away, in Lincolnshire. So I planned everything. I got my pencil case together and put in a tray, and you know, a pair of tweezers, some scissors, a pen, a Diamond Art Club pen for my ABs. And the plan was that I would take, that will not fit in there for some reason. I don't know why. Let's try again. There we go. Did that time. The plan was that I would take, oh God, it's one of them days when my head isn't working. I'll explain why in a bit. I'll explain why my head's so fuzzy. What is the other canvas I'm working on? And I know that you're all sitting there going, it's this, it's this, it's this. And it's gone. Anyway, whatever the other canvas is, I got the pencil case ready, put that in a bag. I had some other bits and pieces in there. I had my journal and some oracle cards that I'm learning, and another set of oracle cards that I've been using to do a daily pull. Got it all together in a bag. So I put the canvas into a tube. I've got this lovely expanding tube that looks really nice, so I used that. So I got that in there, and yeah, it was all good. So I spent the week, you know, caught up with a friend and did a bit of housework, and went and got some food shopping so that we had some bits to take away, all that sort of thing. And then we get to Friday and off we top. And we get there, we get to this beautiful site which was in Lincolnshire, and got the caravan set up. It didn't take very long. Ashley put a little awning up, and we were in. It was like great. So we went to go and get something. Ashley went to get something for dinner. When we first arrived there, the first thing I noticed was the trees, because you know that's what I'm like. There was a beautiful big oak tree on the field where we were staying. So when we got out the caravan, I took the dogs out so they could go for a wee and have a bit of sniff round. And the first thing I did was I went up to say hello to this tree. Beautiful tree. So very happy about that. So yeah, lovely setup. So we're pulling stuff out the car. We've got the bag with the food in it. Yeah, get that unpacked. That's fine. Get my clothes. Yeah, that's fine. Took out the tarot cards and, you know, my journal and the sketchbook and all that sort of thing, and that was all fine. And pull out the not the canvas, pull out the pencil case, put it in the drawer, and then realised that I hadn't packed the diamonds. I've just realised that I've got the diamonds under here. I could have just looked at the thing. So Lead Me Tonight. That's the one I'm doing. Lead Me Tonight by You May Are. It is a round drill canvas. So yes, I unpacked everything and realised that I hadn't put the drills in. I was gutted. Absolutely gutted. I will say Ashley did offer to drive back to fetch them, and I'm like, no, if I didn't bring them, because I've never forgotten before. If I didn't bring them, I wasn't meant to. So I decided that instead of doing any diamond painting whatsoever, I would concentrate on learning these new oracle cards, which are really nice. They're called Call of the Morrigan, which is the deity that I am working with. And well, she's a triple aspect goddess. But anyway, I decided to work on that. I did some sketching and I spent the weekend. I had a lovely, fabulous time meditating on Sunday. The weather was glorious and I had a good old meditation session out there. So yeah, we decided to have this, you know, this lovely relaxing weekend. It was just me and him. We got the dogs. We got up Saturday. We decided to go to Rutland Water. So we did that. And then we decided to have a very cheeky McDonald's. So had the McDonald's, went back to the caravan, spent the afternoon faffing about a bit and, you know, doing our own thing. It was great. And then Sunday, we had taken Ashley's golf clubs because they had arranged to play golf on Sunday. So the plan was, originally, the plan was that I would be at the caravan and I'd be diamond painting. Happy days. Well, of course, didn't have the drills to do my diamond painting. So it was like, okay, I'm going to spend the morning on my spiritual health. I am going to enjoy the beautiful weather, the peace and quiet, and really make the most of having that time alone. So I get ready to go. He gets up and goes to play golf. I was barely roused when he left, so I sort of mumbled at him, said I'll see you later. Off he goes. And that's what I did. Had a lovely morning, took dogs for a walk. Did some card readings, sort of playing around with the card spreads and everything. And it was really, really lovely. Beautiful day. So I got a message from Ashley about 12:30. And he just said, right, I'm going to have a quick pint. And then I'll be on my way. So I'm like, yay. So off we go. I go and do the meditation bit. I come back to a message which basically says, car won't start. I'm like, no. So I ring him. Turns out that the car would not start for love nor money. So he was waiting for the AA. So it was like, great. So I thought, I'm not going to stress over it because that's not going to solve anything. You know, need to stay calm. Need to think about how we're going to do this. So he's sitting there waiting for AA and they said 2:20. And then they messaged again to say it would be like 3:15 and bit of a ball ache. So anyway, they turn up. They can't get the car started either. So the guy says, I think it's probably your key. So we then had to pay money to have the car towed from just outside Grantham all the way back to the main BMW dealer on a Sunday. Ashley then, bless him, had to get my son to pick him up from the garage and take him home to pick up his car, which immediately gives us a problem because he can't tow the caravan on his car. Not because he hasn't got a tow bar or anything, it's just it wouldn't be big enough. It's not big enough to tow it. So we had this, like, oh God, what are we going to do? Luckily, the site where we were staying, the lady was absolutely lovely. And she said, don't panic. I don't have anyone booked in for a bit. It's not a problem. So we end up on Monday driving back in Ashley's car and leaving the caravan there. Which also meant that I had no car for work. So I ring my boss and I explain the situation and, you know, she was really good and everything, but she was kind of like, you know, do you have any way of getting to Yaxley? And it's like, well, I'm not going to know till I get home. So I need to get home and get that sorted and then I'll let you know. So we came home without the caravan. And as I am speaking, as of this moment, it is now Saturday of that following week. And we still have no car. It is an issue with the key. Basically, BMW said, yes, we can order the part. It will be here Thursday. Then they phoned and said, no, they can't get one until May. Well, that's no good because we need the car, because we need to pick the caravan up. So Ashley managed to find someone who could do us a couple of keys. so we can pick it up. But BMW wouldn't let them go into their yard to do it. So we then had to get the car picked up and taken somewhere else. And the upshot of the matter was that after speaking to my boss, she kind of said, you know, can you get to the village where she lives? And it's like, not really. It's 2 buses. It can be 40 minutes just for one bus to get into town, let alone to get the second bus. And you've got to hope that the buses run at the right times, because we have a limited bus service where we live, as does the place I was going. So it was like, it's not that easy. You know, it's just not worth it for a minimum wage job. So I spent all week not being able to go to work. So I didn't go to work Tuesday or Wednesday. On Thursday, bearing in mind my boss had already said she had one person on holiday, I then called in. And then she had someone call in sick, so she was desperate. So on Thursday, I get up and I go and see a friend for coffee, which is unusual because I'm not normally off. And my boss then said, you know, look, if on Friday, if I come and pick you up, you can use my car for the day. And then I'll drop you off. Well, it just so happened that my eldest was going to work in London. So actually, I was able to use his car for Friday. And that is where I did the fatal error. That's not even a word. I made the fatal error of taking on too much. I felt so guilty that I hadn't been able to work and that she'd probably been stressing because she didn't have anyone. And I agreed to do 4 jobs. So yesterday, over the course of the day, I started work at 8:30. I finished at 4:30. Well, 4:45. So in total, 8 hours. 8 hours of cleaning is a lot, I can tell you. And I remember getting to that second to last job and I'm like, I'm nearly there. I've nearly done it. I managed to grab 10 minutes in between the second job and the third job just to get something to eat. And the thing is, when they're your own jobs, when it's your own regulars that you're catching up on, it's a little bit easier because you do that job all the time. You know what areas you need to make sure you get done and what areas don't, you know, can get away with because you do it regularly. You know what you've done. But when you're covering for someone else, you haven't got that luxury. And you're also not as fast because you don't know the area, you don't know the people, you don't know the layout. It makes it all a little bit more difficult. I am not kidding you when I say I had some new tarot cards delivered. Yesterday, I came in the door, I went straight to pick the parcel up, I opened it, I looked at the cards, and I was so tired, I was so exhausted. I literally left everything, I went upstairs to get changed, and I didn't come down. I didn't come down at all. When Ashley got home from work, he came upstairs to find me. I had chronic backache. I was really bloody tired. All I wanted to do was lay in front of the TV. So that was my Friday night gone. Luckily for me, Ash ordered takeaway and I stayed in bed. I got up this morning about 9 and I will say that my hips, I'm just going to have a look to see if I've got any 598 because this is my big bag of spares. That's a 598 and that's a 598. What's that one? That's a different one. Okay, what's that one? That's a different one. I might as well just fill this pot up while I'm here. So yes, I ended up going upstairs. I was absolutely shattered. I can tell you that I am not going to be doing that amount of jobs in a day again. I can't. It's too much. I can't do that every day. And you know, if it was 8 hours doing a desk job, I'd be absolutely fine, but physically, no, it was too much. However, I had offered, because I felt guilty, I had offered Monday so that I could catch up on my jobs as well. So I actually only have today and tomorrow off, and then I'm working all week. I do feel better today, but it has made it very clear to me that I'm not going to be able to do 4 jobs in a day. It's not going to happen. So I shan't do it again. And what happens is, as a consequence of my working that hard, is that my brain isn't working very well today. I'm a little bit dopey. I'm a little bit slow. However, I am off out to go and see my daughter. I'm using my son's car. And I'm going to get a haircut today. I'm having a bit of a drastic remodel. So I'm going to go do that. And I'm looking forward to it. But I wanted to get this video done so that I've got videos for this week, because of course I'm behind again now. And if I'm working Monday, I won't have time to film Monday. So please, if we reach a situation where there is not a video on Friday for DIY DP Weekly, please forgive me. As it stands, we still have no car, so we still can't pick the caravan up. Ashley is desperately looking for another car just in case we need to get one, because I rely on a car. I can't work without it. I am not going to be doing a 90-minute bus ride each way with my bags to go to work. It's ridiculous. So hopefully we will get sorted this weekend. Let's keep our fingers crossed. I will say the cards that I ordered, I have a set of tarot cards. If you know anybody who's into that sort of thing, it's a very personal thing with tarot cards. But in this day and age, where you are more likely to get things from places like Amazon than you are to go to a shop, you know, sometimes you just take a punt on it. So I've ordered recently, I ordered a set of tarot cards a couple of weeks ago, because the ones that I currently use are Celtic tarot. But they weren't exactly what I wanted. I love them and I use them all the time, but they weren't exactly what I wanted. When I bought the second set, it was because the images reminded me more of the fae, the Irish fae that I follow. But when they arrived, they're very flimsy. So I was a little bit gutted. It was like, okay, that's a lesson to be learned, you know. You got them off Amazon. So I went for coffee with my friend on Thursday, and she proudly showed me the bookshelves full that she's got of mainly oracle cards, but she does have some tarot. She doesn't do tarot herself. So that's a new thing for her, but she'd got cards along the way. And basically, I kept being drawn to this set of fairy tarot. And I thought, oh, they're going to be like an oracle set. They're not. They're actually a tarot set. Slightly different to what I would normally use. But I literally opened them and had a look and fell in love. So while I was there, I ordered a set. They came yesterday. I took them out of the pack and had a quick look, and like I said, ended up going upstairs. But I'm very interested in getting to know these cards. They look really pretty, and the benefit is my standard tarot pack is a normal tarot, so you do normal card read and you do reversed cards as well, whereas with this set they've been designed to be a little bit more uplifting, so they're kind of very positive like oracle cards very often are, but they are tarot, just slightly different. So yes, that will be what I will be doing over the course of this weekend. Today, like I said, I'm going to go pick my daughter up because my granddaughter wants Play-Doh. They are going to go wandering around town while I get my hair cut, because I have a very specific style that I would like. And then I need to go food shopping, because I haven't done that this week either, because no car. And it was too late Thursday. It was too late because I'd got a circle, so I didn't have a chance. And neither me or Ashley felt that we were in a position that we wanted to go out shopping at that late. So I'm going to do the shopping today. So I'm going to do what I call a weekend shop. I'm going to buy enough to get us through till about Wednesday. I normally go food shopping on a Wednesday. So I do have a busy day on Monday. So I also have a couple of friends who are popping over in the week to have stuff done. So I may be a little short for time this week. It's going to be a long one because I'm doing that extra day. And that's where we are. So it is Saturday. And I am just trying desperately to get the filming done if I can. Now, the good thing is I won't be going anywhere tomorrow unless the car is ready to be picked up, in which case I will have to go because I will need to drive the other car back. But if that doesn't happen, I should be able to film the DIY DP weekly video tomorrow. Let's go with the flow. We'll see what I can only do what I can do, right? Simple as that. So let's go for, I'm just going to check and see what comments. Oh, I haven't done any of these. Okay, so I'm going to go through some comments. If you are new to my channel, when I first started, I was watching Rebecca from Admiral Zest, and what I love about her whip videos is that she reads out the comments. It's the one thing that I've always loved. Having that interaction is so lovely. So I thought that I would continue doing that when I joined, and I always have. So Wednesday's whip video is when I will read out comments and names, etc. It's always nice to hear your name, right? Always. So first of all, we have Darcy Foster, and this is on the whip and chat of the last Rock of Souls. She says, "Hi Sam, I use a light board because I'm in a trailer that doesn't have an overhead light. Using lamps and not enough light to paint. Have old glasses, new ones are just as bad. And yes, you have permission to put up my email address. Thank you for the videos, really enjoy them." So for those of you that don't know, Darcy, bless her, is almost out of diamond paintings. So I've had some wonderful, wonderful subscribers. I asked if anyone was able to send her a painting. I would hand her details over. I have done that, Darcy. So hopefully by the time you see this video, you will have contact with at least one of those people and we can maybe get you sorted. But I agree, if you haven't got a lot of light, a light pad, you see, it doesn't work for me because I find that using a light pad, if I've got limited light, all it does is it makes I can't see where I'm putting the drill. Although I've got light from underneath, the shadow from my hand is worse. So maybe it's to do with your eyesight, you know, depends on what eyesight issues you've got, I guess. But that's fine. There's no right or wrong, is there? Some people do and some don't. I'm just not one of them. And you still get the same issues. I've currently got one desk light on, so I'm quite lucky in here. This room does not get a lot of light at the minute. It will once the works have started, once we've got the Velux windows in. So let's see. Dottie Diva, she said, "Hi Sam, that's awesome you and Ashley are getting away. Hope it's a fun, relaxing time. Recharge those body-mind batteries. Hugs, Billy." Well, as you have heard, Billy, it was eventful. I will say, outside of the car, it was lovely. It was really nice weather. We enjoyed spending time together. We certainly did relax and recharge those batteries. It just ended. I mean, neither of us was getting stressed about it. There's no point, is there? It's not going to change anything. So with the best will in the world, it ended up being an expensive weekend, if nothing else. Shout out for Sarah Hardy for emojis. Cheryl's where she's put, you're really coming along with this. You almost caught up with mine. Well, not quite, because I can see that you finished. So, not close enough. Okay, so I've got my comments. Weird. I'm just having a look. Right, I think it's this one. Okay, so next set of comments is on DIY DP Weekly. So first of all, we have Ali Cat 61. She says, thank you so much for your video. Your cross-stitch conversion is beautiful. I'm currently working on a max colour Josephine wall conversion. Dropping drills, dropping drills. What's new? From Heaven and Earth Design, Spirit of Flight. Oh my God, I love that canvas. Absolutely love that Josephine wall picture. And I remember sitting and watching, was it Katie who was doing the two? She was doing one from one company, one from the other, but she was doing the canvases. She wasn't doing a conversion. I need to point that out. Beautiful. She said, I'm started in January. I'm about 43% complete with over 66,000 drills placed. I would love to join your event in May, but there is already an event I'm going to be participating in, but maybe I will try. Do you know what, Ali? Even if all you do is use them like a normal whip, you can do that, you know. I, of course, would love to have you on board. Absolutely. More the merrier. But you don't have to. And lots of people just work on other normal diamond paintings rather than just conversions. So you join it whichever way you want to. We then have emojis for Sarah. Catherine Mola. She said, totally agree with your thoughts on being a loner. Okay with your own company. Hubby and I met at a time in our lives when he had decided he would stop asking women on dates, and I had decided that I would not accept a request for a date, that I would be the one to ask the man out. I did. Good on both you and I. Oh, bless your heart. I am comfortable with my own space. I grew up in a very busy, big family, and I like being in a position where I can just sit and do what I want to do. You know, obviously I meditate. I'm quite happy doing that. And you know, I've stopped fighting. I've stopped judging myself for being antisocial when in fact what I'm doing is I'm just enjoying my own solitude. I don't think that should be a bad thing. So yeah, I'm comfortable with it. I'm comfortable with it. It's okay. Do I miss people sometimes? Yes, but there's always someone in this house, so it's not like it lasts for long. So thank you for commenting, Catherine. She said, Dotty Diva, she said, it's interesting, our time away, going somewhere for a week or so we call our vacation. Christmas, Thanksgiving and such are holidays off work. What do you call those? I love hearing your stories while I diamond paint. Have a great time away. Hugs back, Billy. Okay, so we would call, so I would call time off work annual leave. That's what the company calls it, annual leave. But I would call it a holiday because you're leaving home. Anything that you do, you're leaving home. But we use the same word for Christmas, etc. So Christmas is a holiday, but so is going away. The joy of being British, eh? You know, we're good at that, aren't we? We're good at having like words that mean two different things. Bear and bear, for instance. Bear as in you're naked, bear as in the animal. Or bear as in stick with me. They're all one word, spelt differently, but all one word. except for Bear With Me and the Animal Bear, which is spelt the same. Yeah, we like to make things confusing, but yeah, they're just holidays. I'd never use the word vacation. Going away. I would normally say going away if it was like a weekend, whereas if we're going for a week or so, I would say holiday. I suppose it depends where you are. Further thoughts, anybody? Please comment below. I like these conversations. I like these conversations when you've got, and this is what I love the most about this channel. It's like having the viewpoint of so many different people across the world. I love it. So thank you for commenting. I also need to give a shout out to Sarah Bagpuss because she also commented. Okay, next set of comments are all on the Whip and Chat Lead Me Tonight by You May Art. We have emojis from Jan Beale. Hi Jan. Hope you're okay. Gonna give you some love back. We have love hearts from Stephanie Schreiner. Thank you, Stephanie. Giving you some love back. We have emojis from Sarah Hardy. Thank you, Sarah. Giving you love back. And from Blue Marla's World. She said, I love your videos and learning your technique. Oh, thank you very much. I'm not sure a technique. It's what I call it. Oh, it is what it is. We then have a comment on one of my older videos, Wicked Witch by Ines Guerrero. She said, DIY spring. I will see if I have the energy for oh, hang on. So Amy, this is Amy. DIY spring, I'll see if I have the energy for, as I can now say in here at this point, I am 19 weeks, be 20 weeks pregnant with twins. I knew at end of November I was pregnant, kept quiet, and then January I found out I have some special twins you don't get very much, else you have IVF, but they were all natural. Going to get my tubes tied when the time comes. Well, I wish you all the best with your pregnancy and your twins. I hope it all goes well for you, Amy. Never fear. You know that. I would say that if you have got all of that on your hands, then maybe miss it this time and wait until you're going to be busy for a while. Do you know what I mean? You could be busy for a hell of a while. To go from having, you know, just one little boy to having twins as well. Yeah. Right, just getting that one in. You know, we understand. Life gets in the way. You never know what's around the corner. Never know. You know, we just had that holiday and it was like, bang, there you go. Take that. What have I just put that on? Oh, it was 3. I thought I've put that in the wrong place because I know there was still an X outstanding. So, I think that is it for comments. Oh, we've got a love heart from Catherine and from Caroline. Thank you very much, guys. I've given you a love heart back. Just making sure I've got all the comments. I think that's all of them. But thank you. You guys have no idea how much I appreciate you commenting and taking the time, because it really does make a difference. Don't ever think it doesn't. It does. And Lord knows, you know, there's enough people out there that it would be very easy to just sit and, you know, just do the odd video here and there. Doing the schedule, I wish I'd have done it earlier. I always fought against it because I just kept saying I don't have time, I don't have time, I don't have time. And you know what? I made time. So it's working out very, very well. I am loving it. And you guys all know that unless something happens and it's beyond my control, that there will be a video on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday. Now, I will say, before we get to DIY DP Spring, That will stay the same throughout the course of May. There will be videos on a Monday, a Wednesday and a Friday, because that schedule is now set. I cannot, the best will in the world, I cannot manage to do a video every single day. It will just be too much. I am doing the event alone this year, so bear that in mind. But they will be quality videos, so we'll do that. So more on that later. I'm just glad that you were able to join me today, and just a thank you to everyone who took the time to comment. So I'm just going to carry on now. So currently Ashley has gone to pick the dogs up. They've gone to the groomers, and then I think he's waiting for a phone call. So obviously if he gets a phone call to say the car's ready, I think it will be unlikely today, because when he spoke to the guy earlier, he had so many problems yesterday trying to get this key to program. So this is the downside to modern day cars. They've all got so many bloody electronic bits, freaking computer programming and stuff. And that's all that's happened. The key has stopped working, so it's put the car in immobilisation. That's all that's happened, as far as we know. So it's an electrical issue. It's not an engine issue. It's not something that Ashley can fix, because, you know, he's a bloody mechanic by trade. It takes computers. So that's where the issue is. I will update you, of course, on the next video and let you know if we end up buying a new bloody car. Hopefully he won't buy another bloody BMW, because it was ridiculous. But anyway. But looking forward to getting my hair cut. I have recently discovered the joys of braid jewellery. So I've been practicing my braiding and stuff, but I'm very much drawn to a certain type of hairstyle, which will necessitate a bit of a change. Oh, look, I've missed a couple of X's there. Let's get those back before I do the next colour. Where have you gone? Where have you gone? There we go. Also, I do need to say I can't actually work on Lead Me Tonight, because that canvas is still in the tube in the car. The car that isn't working. That car. It's in there. So I can't actually work on it. So at the minute, all I can work on is Rock of Souls, unless I start another one. I don't really want to do that, because I don't like to have too many started. So I think I will just continue working on this and then doing my conversion as well. So let's get the letter S. I'm going to keep going until I've finished this section. It makes sense. No point me shutting off before then. I shall go and see my granddaughter as well. I didn't get to see her last week because we were away, obviously. I am shattered today. But in a good way. My hips and that are playing up a bit. But I sort of said to Ashley yesterday, do you know what? Now and again, you know, I was tired for a reason. I did work quite hard yesterday. So I won't willingly take on that much work again. It was because I felt guilty that I hadn't been able to work, and I knew she'd got someone on holiday and someone off sick, and I just felt bad. So I did what I usually do. I said yes to stuff when I should have said no. But do you know what? Also, the other thing is, I'm not going to stress so much anymore. If I'm really feeling under the weather and I'm not going to be able to go, I'm just going to take the time off sick. I am just going to do it, because at the end of the day, everybody else does. So I'm not going to quibble about it anymore. I have health conditions, and sometimes it makes them difficult. Yes, I would be able to work full time if I worked in an office, but I don't really want to go back to sitting down. You know, the benefit of this job is it keeps me somewhat active. That's the other thing as well. Had a conversation with the pharmacist this week because I was due a medication review, and after she told me off and suggested ways of me being able to come off the tramadol. I explained quietly to her that if I do not have that tramadol before I go to sleep at night, I will not sleep. If I do not sleep, I will have more pain. So we got off that subject. We then got onto the subject of my coffee drinking. And basically it comes down to the fact you are drinking too much coffee. You need to drink more water. And if you drink 2 litres of water a day, not including coffee in it, then you will start to lose weight. So do you know what? I took her at her word and I am trying it. I'm going to do it for 2 weeks. If I lose no weight in that 2 weeks, obviously I am going to try and keep control of my eating. But she says because I'm replacing smoking with eating, with snacking, that's why I'm struggling to lose it. So we're going to give it a go. We're going to give it a go. And if I don't lose any weight in the next 2 weeks, I'll be fuming. So just saying. Yesterday, I was lugging around this 2 litre water bottle for ages. I was not impressed. It's a big bloody bottle to carry. It really is. But anyway, once I've got this video done, I will just edit it straight away and get it up and get it scheduled, because that's the quickest and easiest way for me to get it done. And then hopefully I will have some time tomorrow to do the video for Friday. It is going to be difficult because Monday, although, you know, I don't normally work on Monday, I do actually have 4 jobs Monday as well. So I'm not looking forward to it. I've gone into it with the thinking that I will make sure I've got something that they can chuck in the oven. And if it wears me out too much, I am just going to come home and I will just go to bed. That's just the way it is. If that's the only way I can physically get through the work. She has also asked me what my availability is for next week. So I've sort of said I can do 1 job on a Tuesday and 1 on the Thursday. That's it. Because I'm not getting in the habit of doing this every week, because I can't. I physically won't be able to keep it up. And we'll go from there. We'll see what happens. I also need to get some bank statements sent over to the mortgage advisor, because obviously we're doing that at the minute. But good news, we have had a quote for the work we want to have done. So we are it is within budget. So if we don't go too mad and we do the majority of the decorative work ourselves, so if we get the utility room built and plastered, but if we fit it out with shelves and everything, then we can save some money there. And it will mean that we will have this larger family room area, which I'm really looking forward to. Beautiful bifold doors instead of the crappy windows we've got at the minute. Because the quote includes all of that as well. It includes replacement windows and everything. I'm really looking forward to it. So that should, once we get sorted, hopefully sometime in July, maybe, we will have 4-5 weeks of works. Now, it does mean that I may need to move my filming. So the plan is I do have that desk. So if necessary, I will move not my whole desk, I will move the folding desk into the front room or the bedroom, you know, whichever. I will make it work somehow. But yeah, really looking forward to getting that done, because having a downstairs toilet, but the tiling and that Ashley can do. Painting isn't an issue. I can do that. We can get the shelves and everything kitted out through somewhere like IKEA, so we can get everything we need from there. They have a really good system at IKEA for laundry rooms where you've got like pull out baskets. We use boxes at the moment. Having baskets that slide out will make it so much easier for mum. And then just having this large open plan kitchen, dining, family room. It's just going to be beautiful. Like in the summer when we open those bifold doors and you've got all of the outside coming inside, it's going to be beautiful. So very excited for that. So that's something big that's happening this year, which I'm really looking forward to. I am hoping. Last month was a little bit better with sales than I've had for a little while, so I'm hoping that that's going to pick up. Also, if you haven't joined my Facebook group already, just to give you a little hint, in the Facebook group you get to hear and see things that you wouldn't hear otherwise. It is very exclusive. For instance, the other day I put up 2 colours that I have been trialling to see which one people would prefer for me, because I always do a limited edition tray. And of course, you know, it was an equal mix of both. Can't we just have both? No. Because I wouldn't sell them all. You know, I've still got the rose gold colour in stock. Not many, admittedly, but I do still have some. And what I want is what I used to have when I launched a colour previously. I want them to sell out. I want the limited edition colours to sell out. So for that reason, I am doing less of the limited edition colours. I'm not doing so many because I don't want stock left on my shelves. That is not where they need to be. These trays need to be flying out to people. So if you haven't joined the Facebook group already, there is also a link to that in the description box. That's where all the good stuff is. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this bit. So I've just got I've got 2 S's up here I need to fill in because I missed them. And then we've just got the ABs. I've been using a Diamond Art Club pen with putty for ABs. That it works really well for those. I did use a pen literally for about 4 minutes the other day with putty in it for normal drills, and I've got so used to the bigger multi-places, it just doesn't work for me. So let me get the 2 S's. In other big news, the child is finally going to the job centre to sign on. She's going to get them to help us sign on for agency work. I've said to her, agency work might be the best thing because you'll get to try different things. And sometimes, you know, it's always been the case for me, sometimes they will take you on at companies once they've tried you through an agency. So it's definitely worth trying. So this is my Diamond... Oh, that was my Diamond Art Club pen. I sort of said to Ashley, I'm going to get the video done before I go out, because if I'm then too tired when I get back, it doesn't matter. So this is what the Diamond Art Club twist and stick pen looks like. Normally, this is my one because, of course, I made a soft cover for it. Please do not drop your... But I love the putty. The putty for these... ABs is perfect, absolutely perfect. I love it for these. I'm just not as keen. I tell you what I would use, and I have done it before. If I go away, I have found that just taking the twist and stick pen, pick and stick, I don't know what they call it, but just taking the pen and the putty has been really useful. But I'm so used to having a bigger sort of tray and multi-placer. I have never tried anything above a 10. And I keep saying that I need to buy some more, but I just haven't done it yet. Might have a look actually and see what we've got on Amazon lately, because I've not bought anything like that new for ages. I wouldn't buy pens. I do still have some of my pens previously, but because I use my little pens, I don't really buy them. But I do need some multi-placers, so I might have a look later. The ABs in this are beautiful. I mean, the sparkle is just gorgeous. And of course, now we're into March. By the end of this month, I will be doing a full-on intro video for DIY DP Spring 25, with all the details on how you can join in, what the rules are, blah, blah, blah. And we will go from there. I will say as well, actually, because I haven't done this for ages, I am planning to do the odd live. Just not at the minute. I wanted to make sure that I was in a proper routine. But I'm not going to do like a regular one, because it's just, you know, very often if I've been working or Ash has been working, in the evenings I just want to settle, and I feel like I can't do daytime ones because I know most of you are in the States and stuff. So, but every now and again, one may come up. We'll keep them as a surprise. Keep them as a surprise. It's just having the time and the quiet and that to do it is the issue. I would much rather focus on keeping you going with the videos, because at the end of the day, the videos are easier for me in one sense, because I'm not having to look at comments while I'm doing something. And that's the issue at the minute, is being able to do a live and also answer the comments. So yes, there will be fewer of them, but there will be some, because sometimes it's just nice. So I'm coming to the end of doing the ABs, so I just want to say a last minute thank you to all of you for taking the time to join me today. I hope you've enjoyed the video. You know, if you'd like to get your name out on the next Whip and Chat, then please comment below this video, or any video to be fair, because I go through all the comments. Yeah, just leave a comment. If all you want is your name called out, just leave me an emoji. It's also a really good way of marking if you've watched a video or not. So there is that. If you get a like, it is because I have seen your comment. If you get a love heart on it, it is because I have mentioned your name. Just in case you didn't know that. Oh, and a big thank you to... Oh, hang on. Mandy, for... she needed a stopper for a tray. So I've sent her a stopper, but she's also sent me some round drills in the post, so thank you for that. So all I've got is just these little 5s, which is of course the white 8B, but we don't have many of them, and that is it. So thank you for joining me. Really enjoyed it. Looking forward to hopefully getting our car back. Oh, I've had an explosion of... Oh, it's the wrong pen, that's why. I'm like, why has that got all that coming out of it? I've just picked up the wrong one. I will say, using one of these like this just for ABs is fine. I'm not using it long enough for it to cause me a problem. Beautiful, that section done. Also, if you have seen my unboxing video of my canvases, do you remember I said that I was going to be saving the cover sheets? This is what I have been doing. I have been making sure they've all got windows on, because I'm going to replace the whole cover. And to be fair, she said, on this one, I've got quite a lot of these because it's quite a big canvas. So just for now, and then when we get to a point where I'm actually doing one of the canvases with the perforated sheet, I'll be able to have more, because I'm saving them, you know I am, because that'll be easier. So that is it from me. Thank you for taking the time to join me today. I will be back soon with another video. It is, as always, over and out from this Kitten Up Kitten. Bye bye.